realise it would put me live straight away. So I was not prepared. Oh, let me just put on some lights. My lights are also attached to my printer, so that's why it beeped. Morning. Happy Sunday. I am just getting ready to do the football thing, as per most Sundays, but it's been a couple of weeks since we did it, so it's feeling a little bit strange, actually. Oh, let me put you on. Do you know what I'm going to use as a makeshift? Hi, Jane. Katie. I'm going to use this as a makeshift tripod. I'm going to move my computer so I've got a bit more light. Oh, that's better. That's better. Wow, 2 a.m, Cam. That's my kind of girl. Are you getting up at 2 a.m. or are you going to sleep at 2 a.m? That's the real question. I lost an entire day yesterday. I had a migraine and basically slept all day. So I thought I'd throw in a Vlogmas live chat because I'm going to have like a 4-minute vlog. Otherwise, you can't sleep. I hear you. It's the worst. It's like no one, I mean, I suppose people do talk about it, but not being able to sleep is like the worst. Oh, you had a migraine all day yesterday too. Maybe it's a Christmas thing. Maybe it's a Christmas thing. I could barely sleep last night because I'd been sleeping all day yesterday, which was not smart. I did take some melatonin before bed, but it was really not the best sleep in the world. But then I got a lot of hours of sleep yesterday. So, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I think part of it is just the Christmas of it all, isn't it? Even if you're pretty diligent about not allowing yourself to be stressed about the stuff that people get stressed about, you know, like gift giving and plans and whatever, even if you kind of like take it steady, Christmas is a pretty stressful time. And then you start to panic that you're not doing it enough. You're not Christmasing hard enough. You know, why are you not in the spirit? Why you haven't watched enough Christmas films? You haven't, hey, you're behind. I kind of feel like it's the same as, you know, when people turn 30 or 40 or, you know, significant birthdays and they have a full meltdown because haven't done the thing they want to do, like their job or their family, or they're not married or whatever it is. I kind of feel like that is the entire of December. We just panic that we're running out of time. We haven't done the things. And no matter how chill you are about it at the beginning of the month, it sneaks up on you every time. And I've been feeling a little bit like that this week. I have not been feeling festive at all. Even Lee said yesterday, we haven't watched, like, we've got so many films we need to watch. We haven't watched Home Alone, we haven't watched Elf. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it shouldn't be. That's not something to worry about, is it? You can watch those films all year round. Why do we allow it to become, oh, we've only got so many days to do these things in order to enjoy Christmas? Because it's just not true. I used a different foundation the other day. Someone asked me what the maroon tube was, and I think they were asking me about this. This is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream, which I do like, but the shade I have is number 23. I think it's too pale because I could just see I looked kind of like ashy, and it was in my pores, and even as little as I used, I just felt like it didn't look good, you know. Try not to do that again this year. It's a day, just not to get stressed about it. Not going to make myself upset this year. Yes, exactly. I mean, the thing is, for me, Christmas is not just a day. Christmas is a state of mind. No, it's a season. And Christmas Day itself, I've completely let go of. Christmas Day is always a disappointment every single year, no matter what. It's always a disappointment. We always want more from it than it gives us. And you can't rely on other people. That's just a fact. And you absolutely shouldn't put your happiness in the hands of other people's moods, which I'm a real sucker for. I do that regularly, and it's something that I have actively tried to stop doing. I was watching an interview I've listened to the book as well, but the interview is such a fantastic, like, succinct version of. Mel Robbins has written a new book called Let Them, which is just, it so fits in with my ethos for life that it's perfect. So it's going to be one of those books that I listen to and re-listen to a lot, and I recommend. But if you don't want to buy it, don't want to listen to it, don't want to read it, but you want to know the general gist, she did an interview this week with Oprah. It's about an hour long, and it gives you kind of the general premise in that one interview. I can't recommend watching that enough. I've sent it to so many of my friends, just like, watch this. And one of the things she says in it is, we, and usually she's talking about we as women, but we spend our lives trying to manage other people's lives and manage other people's reactions and how other people are feeling, their emotions and stuff. Why are we so worried? Why are we so bothered about managing theirs and we're not managing ours? Why are we allowing someone else to have that kind of control over our emotions? We should not be so affected by someone walks in and they're in a bad mood. Suddenly we're in a bad mood. That is going to be, you know, specific to the person, but I could not relate more to that. And at Christmas, on Christmas Day, that's all bets are off. So a long time ago, I just kind of gave up on that. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be. People are going to turn up, people aren't going to turn up. My mum wants to do Christmas forever, I think. And so, okay, I won't try and do Christmas. There's so many things that I'm like, let it go, let them, and it's magic. We start to have very low-key Christmas, starting with Christmas Eve. I'm Polish. Then Christmas Eve, usually just have close friends, Christmas jumpers, PJs, t-shirts, low-key. Started during COVID-19, kept it low-key from then. Yeah, I'm with you. For a long time, we used to go to my parents' house on Christmas Eve and then do Christmas Day. Now we do our own thing on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to have both the kids with me on Christmas Eve, but I think Ella's going to be with her dad on Christmas Day. So I'm going to do like craft stuff with the kids. We're going to watch films we always used to watch in school holidays, all that stuff. I can control that. I know how my kids will want that time to be, and I know what will give us a good time. But I can't control Christmas Day. And so I have my Christmas Eve. I have everything leading up to it. I have a little bit of time with the family between Christmas and New Year, although I'm working between Christmas and New Year. But really, I love the build-up of Christmas, usually. I love the movies, everything. I mean, we haven't even been to Marks and Spencer's. Usually we go to Marks and Spencer's and get some Christmas food. We have not set foot in Marks and Spencer's. I don't know. Although Monday Lee has off work. Do you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on. It doesn't feel like the day. But I'm going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on because I need to brighten up my eyes a little bit. I look tired. Lee's got the day off on Monday and we're going to go to Meadowhall together, get any last bits that we want. We're going to go to Wagamama's, have a bit of a shopping date while Milo's at school, and maybe we'll go into Marks and Spencer's. Then maybe we'll come home and watch a Christmas film, and that can be it. We'll be like a week before Christmas. You know, in the olden days, and some people still celebrate Christmas very close to the day itself. Like, don't put their tree up till nearer the time, all that stuff. I've always been a major put the tree up as early as possible, just because it's so much effort. This year I put the tree up super early for it to be in the background when I was making, when I was doing all the photography for our candle stuff. But I didn't then decorate it until like well past the 1st of December. It could be like the second week in December. No, that's not true. It was the 1st of Vlogmas. It must have been the very end of November. Something else happened middle of November. I can't think what it was. That I remember thinking, everything's happening later. No, I don't remember. But definitely, I had that tree up for like 6 weeks in my living room bare. And I quite liked that, actually. I think once the kids have left home, I'm going to do that, just a bare Christmas tree. But I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling it this year. And I don't know why. It's kind of, it's not, I don't want to say it's upsetting because that sounds really dramatic. But it kind of is. Like, it's something that I love. It's something that I really look forward to all year. It's not a season that I'm like, ugh, about. Maybe it's because the kids are older. Although magic is still definitely in this house. Maybe it's because I love Christmas so much and I focus so much on it. Maybe I've burned myself out on Christmas. Also, I've been talking about Christmas since August because of the shop and like having to do launches so far in advance. So it's a little bit like when I worked in retail and it's like by the time December comes, you're like, oh, we've been talking about this forever. So maybe it's partly that. I'm also really looking forward to a new year. That's going to be a fun time. A fresh start. 2025 as well. 2025 feels like a good number. Every year we say, this year. It never is, especially since COVID. And this year, I don't know about you, but I haven't heard anybody say, this year. This year's going to be my year. Has anybody else? Have you heard anybody say, this is it? This is going to be my year? I haven't. I don't know if we've just lost. Maybe that's all part of this. This is truly the first year I haven't heard in online or in person anyone be like, here are the things I'm going to change. You know, like this is how it's going to be amazing. Maybe we've all lost a little bit of hope. Sad as it sounds. We've just been disappointed too many times. We've lost the will to hope. I don't know. I'm excited for the new year. I don't think, this year, but I do think that some of the things that I've set in motion this year will continue on into 2025, and I feel good about them. I feel positive about them. But yeah, probably thinking about it, I am less overall positive about 2025 than I have been about other years coming up. I'm not convincing myself this is going to be a life-changing year, which I usually do. I think we're all just tired. We're all just tired. We are. I have hope, but I just want to enjoy now. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe we're all living in the moment a little bit better. And that's going to have a knock-on effect to lots of things, including Christmas. Like, not looking forward so much, just living in the now. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. This looks crazy as it is, but I feel like it would be fun to go to football looking like this. Just see if anyone mentions it. They wouldn't. We've got a football Christmas party next week. It's weird because if it wasn't for, like, we're going to be kind of forced into some social situations that initially I was like, oh, I don't want to have to be like a social football mom. None of this is appealing to me at all. But now I think, well, there are all these things that, like, we're going to this place today. We're going to see people who, maybe some of these people are going to be really in the festive spirit. Maybe they're going to like bring me up a little bit. We're going to go next week and do this like Christmas party just before Christmas. The kids are going to be there. Apparently this karaoke, that's an event that I would not have, like, I don't have any other like Christmas party thing that I'm going to now, between now and Christmas. So these are all things that, had it not been for Milo's interest in football this year, we would never have done these things. I feel like that does not go with that at all. And this is way too dark lipstick for this time in the morning. I didn't think it was going to be that dark. I thought it was going to be a lot more nude. Oh, I had a dream last night that I found the perfect nude lipstick. Wow. What a thrilling dream. That's the dream of someone who couldn't sleep properly, and my mind was clearly going. Yeah, this year has been exhausting and it went by so quickly. Yeah, that's probably a big part of it as well. It is. Everyone is so tired. That's very true. Maybe we're all kind of just like, let it just be January. Everything has felt like a lot, hasn't it? I think my best tinted lip balms are in my work bag. I don't want it to be too glossy. Then I'll do it glossy enough. Then we're going to get a coffee. And I think I'm probably going to take my hair down and put a hat on because it's cold. Maybe I should do a bright pink hat just to like... That'll help. And it doesn't go with the pink of the jumper, but no one's going to see the jumper because I'm going to be wearing a huge coat. I do need to wash my hair today, but if I put a hat on, no one will know. Hi, Emma. I'll warn you in advance, it's a bit of a downer. Unintentionally so. Oh, podcast recommendations. That I can do. This week I found 2 podcasts. What were they? Oh, also Mel Robbins does a podcast that I love. Kathy Burke, I think it's called Where There's a Will, There's a Wake. So good. You're American, right? So I don't know if, because she's got quite an accent and the humour is very specifically English. So that might not be for you, but it's really, really good. And another one, English. I don't tend to listen to or watch a lot of stuff that's English, but this week, I don't know why, I've just fallen in love with some English stuff. The other one is called Comfort Food. I can't remember the name of the woman, but she interviewed the woman who does Kunk on Earth this week, and that's what drew me to that podcast. And it's so dry. It's really, really funny. But yeah, they're quite specific. Usually I would be all about, let me try and think of some more like lighthearted, funny stuff I listen to. It's mostly interview stuff, mostly interview podcasts that I listen to. I love A Beautiful Mess. It's A Beautiful Mess is 2 sisters from the blog It's a Beautiful Mess. And they do like, they talk about stuff that's very comforting. So they'll do like lots of Christmas content, and they've probably done something about their favorite Christmas movies around this time. And what was the interview one I was listening to recently? Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson recently did a podcast called Where Everybody Knows Your Name, which obviously because they were both on Cheers. I've been quite enjoying that, but that feels like an offshoot of so many others. Smartless I like. Lee doesn't like that so much because he thinks that they just end up all basically kissing each other's arse. By then they're like, no, I love you so much and your work is amazing. And I don't mind that. I quite like that. But it gets annoying for him eventually. And what else? Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend is a fantastic interview podcast. I love Conan and I love his relationship with Matt and Sona, who are like his, I don't know if she used to be his assistant on the show. I think she did. And now they're like producers and like co-hosts of the show. It's great. It's great. I love podcasts so much. But I also just finished listening to Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes. I listen to that every single year in December. There's one part at the very beginning where she talks about coming down and looking at the Christmas tree, which is why I have to listen to it in December. But it's a great New Year thing. And she is basically saying that for an entire year, she had to say yes to everything that scared her. And she used to do nothing. She was very like, oh, stage fright, hermit. And it's really, really motivating. Although we're in completely different lifestyle brackets, I still find it to be really, really relatable. Oh, you love the beanie. Thanks so much. Yes, your spirit's feeling a little crushed too. Yeah, it's just a bit of a like, I started watching Christmas films. I said on Instagram, I'm going to share a Christmas film every day, and then I didn't. Even though I watched one, I didn't share what it was. And then all of Saturday, I was in bed with a migraine. Now it's Sunday, and I'm feeling kind of that we've got to make a change feeling. Also, my nails have all peeled, which is unusual. Look, can you see? That's so cool. Do you remember magnet nail things? So my nail artist did this thing where you can see it with this one. She did black underneath and then a silver magnetic nail polish, which she then pulled to this side so that when you did this, it goes away. So cool. And then she did like a red gel on top, but the red gel peeled. Doesn't work quite so well. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. And it's just, I can feel it peeling off, so it's really irritating me. Yeah, it's bugging me. It's everything I can do to not file them down completely. But I think the soonest I'm going to be able to go in and see her is going to be Tuesday. And this, I don't know how much of this is going to last by Tuesday because I can't stop picking at them. I actually picked at them so much that I've picked like a little corner of the underneath gel off on this one. Sorry in advance, Kirsty. I can't have anything that is textured, otherwise I will pick at it. I can't stand it. And I just want to be like, I might file them to just the builder gel, because then I'll go in and she can just do the gels new. We'll see. My polish peels off too. Just get your teeth behind him. I've been there. I did that. That might be how I got that little corner of the builder gel off. I'm pretty good at it. I put a top coat on, right? So when it started peeling, I put on just a regular nail polish top coat because this is gel on top of builder gel. I put on a regular nail polish top coat, my Seche Vite, and that kind of fixed the problem temporarily because that like kind of stuck it down, but it kept pinging back up again, and then all the rest of them started to peel, and it's just the top layer, and so I can't get it off completely. I really just need to file it to a point of it being, it's not textured, it's not like flapping up, because I can't not mess with it, you know? I can't not. I also need to go and wrap up a couple of candles to take to my dad's house because he wants to give some to his cousin, Melanie. So I'll probably go and do that now because then we've got football. I'm going to get Starbucks. I might treat myself to a muffin. That would be beautiful. But yeah, in order for the next vlog not to be 4 minutes long, I thought I would throw in a little live where we have a little chat. I also felt like it was getting a bit of a wah-wah. When I do lean on, I completely accidentally, starting my day with, here's how I'm feeling in vlogs. And in Vlogmas, when it's almost every single day, it feels like a lot, you know? It feels like it's a bit of a downer to be like, oh, I'm feeling okay today, when it's supposed to be festive and fun. Before Vlogmas, I always think like, oh, it's going to be this and it's going to be that and it's going to feel, but it doesn't feel festive at all. I feel like the Vlogmas vlogs I've posted this year have just been regular vlogs with a Vlogmas intro and ending. I haven't felt like I'm making you feel festive or I'm sharing anything festive or it's putting you in the spirit at all, which was always the thing before. I used to share the elf, I used to turn on the Christmas lights, whatever. Although I do still need to wrap my presents, so I might do that in a vlog. But yeah. Not so fun. Oh, how's my MZ Wallace bag doing? That's a great question. I use it all the time. I use it for work every week. I love it. And then when I go away, I dump all my work stuff out and I use it as my carry-on. It's fantastic. It's so durable and carries so much stuff. I also, when I flew to Hong Kong, I did carry-on only, and I had a carry-on case plus that, which was enormous, bigger than a rucksack when it was full, and no one said anything because it's just a tote bag. The world's biggest tote bag. If you compare it to like a Louis Vuitton Neverfull, I feel like it's like 3 times as big as the biggest one. It's huge. Yeah, these look terrible now. But now maybe I need to just put some polish over them just to cover them up. The ones that are bad. The ones that aren't too bad, well, we'll see. We'll see. They'll get fixed soon. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and wrap up these presents for my dad. I will be back probably Tuesday or Wednesday with the next Vlogmas vlog. I can't remember which one I have, medium or large, but the one I have is definitely the one I would recommend. It doesn't feel too big at all. When I first got it, I was like using it as my bag just because I was excited to have it, and I would do that still if I didn't have all of my work stuff in it. It's so useful. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for joining me, waking me up a little bit on this Sunday morning. Off to go and sit in the cold now. I've got like leggings under my jeans. I've got 3 layers on under this. I've got a big coat. We've got an umbrella, so I'm set. When I get home, I'm going to play video games and relax. We'll start again tomorrow. We're going to watch some Christmas films. We're going to feel festive. We are. And I'm going to share those films. First of all, I'll share just as a with you. The first of the Christmas films that I watch every year that I watched on Friday was While You Were Sleeping, which is not really a Christmas film, but it is to me. And it is heartwarming and 90s and beautiful, and I love it. So I think you would love it too. I'll see you later. Bye.